welcome everyone to our April 2025 Police District Council, the 14th District meeting. The warmer weather that we've been having. All right, we'll go ahead and take attendance.
Here, present.
And it looks like Councilor Vargas is not in attendance currently. All right, so our staff report is running a little behind, so we're going to delay the approval of meeting minutes. We've got quite a bit of them. We're going to cover those after the discussion portion, so people can be free to leave because it's not really that part of our meeting anyway. So, but if you're more than welcome to hang around. We'll go ahead and get into public comment. So the rules about public comment, we take about 20 minutes, give everybody about 2 minutes apiece. Try to maintain that order there, and we ask that you maintain decorum, no personal attacks, things like that. So do we have any public comments today? It's going to be a fast meeting if we don't have any public comments. Miss Heyman.
Or you do I have one?
I am very concerned about the rapid progress on the sexual assaults in Golden Square area.
I attended our last
My last meeting,
14, and there appeared to be absolutely no
progress being made on this issue.
and there were a number of people who, I mean, it wasn't quite as big as the one that was held at Maggie Martinez's CAPS meeting, you know, about a month ago, but we probably had 30 to 40. There does not seem to be any progress being made either on the current assaults or the ones from 2022. According to that meeting, they still haven't received the results from the state for the DNA testing. And I mean, that's more than 3 years ago. And we still don't have DNA testing results back, and nobody seems to be concerned about it. So I would really encourage, you know, this group to make it part of our program going forward, that we provide support for the sexual assault victims, and that we push the Illinois, I'm not sure what Illinois department is in charge of this, but we push to get those DNA results back, both from 2022 and for the current ones that I hope have gone in. I'm not even sure that they have. Anything we can do. I've heard rumors that there's going to be some kind of a town hall meeting, and I would definitely support that, and I would like to see that discussed at this meeting.
Any other public comments that anyone would like to share?
Just an FYI on Sally's point. Chicago Police Department used to have its own lab, and then they offloaded that work to the state police.
Any other public comment? Okay, that being said, we'll go ahead and close public comments. Councilor Orlikov, what have you?
I've been trying to work on some things with council what Sally was speaking about, but I plan to discuss that in the community safety portion of the meeting. There are some pages, mostly from the city, in relation to on the table, if you're interested. But yeah, I plan to. So.
Okay, that's all?
Yeah.
All right. And matter of fact, I do have an update regarding what Ms. Heyman had shared during public comment. Now, rather than wearing everyone out towards the end, I'll go ahead and give you the information that I received as recently as Thursday. I spoke with a detective from Area 5, but he is an Area 5 detective. He assured me that first and foremost, there's been extra detectives assigned to getting to the bottom of this issue. I've also been told, but they do have a suspect, and they're currently building the evidence case against them. That way, they're exercising that particular person's rights, that suspect's rights, for when they do have them in for questioning, that they have them free after the initial hold. So that's part of the process. I know it's not absolutely all the good news that we're going to do, but we do have a glimmer of hope on the horizon, is what I will say. That being said, I can't stress more than, just looks like we've got some newer people here. I want to share with you, because I'm telling everybody, OEMC app. Log back at home, where you are, in the event of an emergency, they can hit a button, or they can even trigger the button from where you're going to alert OEMC to deploy people to your location that's pinged off of your phone. So strongly encouraged. It's a mitigating thing. It doesn't make what's been going on okay by any stretch, but it actually is a countermeasure to the issue that we're facing currently. And it's not just for this situation, it's for any other public safety issue that you may run into. On the pretextual stops updates.
Yes, thank you. We didn't focus much on this at the last meeting because of everything that's going on with the sexual assaults, but policy around traffic stops in Chicago is, after a long 2 years, is coming to somewhat of a head now. The commission originally pushed to put traffic stop policy into the consent decree, which is a federal court case against the city of Chicago and the police for discriminatory or unconstitutional behavior. Normally the commission does not, normally either the commission can write policy for CPD general orders, or the consent decree can do policy on the federal level. And they're not generally supposed to mix in the ordinance that is written. However, the commission sought a special process to have the policy roll within the consent decree. They spoke at their February 27th meeting, announcing that President Drago was intended to work on the policy through the more traditional commission process, which is writing it between the commission and CPD itself, and then they want to present that policy to the consent decree judge in the hopes that they will approve that policy. This current strategy does ignore one of the stakeholders in the consent decree, which is the Attorney General's office. And the information that we have is that the Attorney General's office has been advocating for a policy goal to end pretextual stops that the commission did not agree to. So currently what's happening is the commission has asked CPD to write their own policy around traffic stops, present it to them, and they will decide if they agree with that policy or if they suggest modifications and take that to the federal judge. Then it's up to the judge whether they approve the policy from the CPD and the commission, or if they want to give extra consideration to other concerns from the Attorney General, the community, etc. So it's been a weird process and confusing to most of the people involved, but currently CPD is writing some version of a general directive towards traffic stop policy that the commission is going to potentially do on before their next commission hearing. Their hearing is the last Thursday of the month. So potentially the commission will be making an official recommendation before their next hearing. And in terms of, there are two ways that you can try to get feedback to the commission currently or anytime before then. I have two links. I'm hoping that our staff member might be bringing some copies of these when you arrive, but if you would like to, try to influence the commission before they make their final decision, you can, email them, at, bit.ly, that's bit.ly/email CCPSA. CCPSA, that's the Community Commission for Public Safety and Accountability, so all lowercase, maybe I'll write it on the board after, bit.ly/email CCPSA. And also, if the CCPSA has a traffic stop survey, not very many people from the 14th district have filled it out, largely because we had our own survey before the CCPSA. We had a district council 14 survey. But if you would like to fill out your CCPSA survey, that's bit.ly/n3textual stop. And these are just redirect links. And you can put in whatever information you wish, you know, if you go there to do the survey or the email. But that's, are there any questions about what is going on?
On that,
Yes, sir.
I think the one thing that, it's not that I'm gonna insist that anybody act a certain way. It's important that you identify that you're with the 14th district, that you are located in the 14th district. That way we can get the accurate data model.
Yeah, definitely. If you do the CCPSA, I believe we'll have to discuss that. Are there any questions about, policy or progress of it? I will write the links on the board as well. And, okay, that's all I have under, special stops and under, I have something for public safety.
All right.
Are you
Go with it.
ahead to that?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, so this is where I plan to respond to, you know, the sexual assaults and also the constituents concerns from our last meeting. I have a couple things. Number one, I'm happy to announce, the 14th District Council is, hosting a free self-defense training, an empowerment self-defense class, an extensive 3-hour workshop. And we'll be able to, have up to 30 community members, sign up for and attend that. It's going to be on Saturday, May 10th, from 1 to 4 p.m. at the Pulaski Park Fieldhouse, which is in East Orchard Park, and it'll be in Club Room 207. So I just recently got all of the dates and everything confirmed with the space and the trainer. I will put out a registration link probably in the event site that will be shared on our district council Facebook page as well as print it to a flyer. And probably post it in the 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. Yeah, it's Saturday, May 10th, 1 to 4 p.m. at the Pulaski Park Fieldhouse, room 207. And we are paying for it so that it will be previewed. And once again, this is from Thousand Waves Self-Defense and Martial Arts, and it's an extensive 3-hour empowering self-defense workshop that specializes in a holistic view of safety and tactics, as well as techniques that specialize in disarming a larger opponent than itself. Yeah, so we're happy to be able to offer that. Additionally, on that note, there is also a bi-weekly self-defense series currently going on at the Grace Methodist Church every Monday at 7 p.m. And this is bi-weekly, so it's happening this Monday, the 7th of May, and the next one is May 21st. And then, it's April 7th, and then April 21st, and then May 5th. I am also hoping to sponsor one of those so that can be made free as an alternative time. It's $15 to register privately for that. Lastly, on self-defense trainings, this is just, I forget what I was in a bakery, and there's so this is a commercial gym or whatever. I put a couple up there, but they offer some free classes and a free 10-day class. So I don't actually know these people, but there's another option. So the number one is to provide those self-defense tools to the community. Next, on the same, yes, sir.
I could
Yes.
interject here, and I apologize for doing so. If you haven't already, this would be a good time to put you on our mailing list, because we can share this information, because I know not everybody brought pen and pads with them. Because, and if it's not suitable for you, please share it with somebody that you feel would benefit from it as well. We throw all the resources out there, but if they're not used, then they're just going to waste.
Okay, I have a couple other sub-points on this topic. One, I believe you were informed by a staff member from the official CPE panels that the 14th district is currently without a victim advocate. I believe I read that.
I read that somewhere in the email.
Right.
I don't know if that came from Hannah.
It was from the police liaison.
Okay.
So yeah. So our commander Linus has taken a position in Southern as chief of police there. So we don't have an
Steal your thunder here.
Sure.
Our interim commander is actually a lieutenant with CPD, a gentleman by the name of Brian Courtney. I have not. I understand that even when they move a commander from one district to another, it usually takes about a month for them to get up to speed on the programs that were being worked on. Being the fact that so he does have a leg up on that. What's expected of him at the commander level as well. So we're trying to give him a little bit of breathing room before we start hammering away at his calendar and start getting answers from him, so to speak. So that's forthcoming. I don't know if they've given him the honorary promotion to commander quite yet, but he is our new sitting interim commander.
Thank you. So, as far as victim advocacy, I asked our staff members to let the police liaison please let us know when a victim advocate has been assigned to the 14th. So when we have that, I will share more information. There are two other topics related to the point. There's a not public meeting, the planning meeting, for a new initiative called like Get Home Safe Drive, and that would also be to try to set up like phone trees so people and have people they can call or be on the phone with when they're walking home. That meeting's going to be Sunday. When there's public information about that, people can sign up to assist or to use that service. I will bring that information back. Lastly, they mentioned that a town hall, or I think that the demand from the community was very clear last time that we would like to hear from someone in CPE with a leadership position over Area 5 detectives that work on sexual assault cases in the 14th district. Unfortunately, we do not have any availability dates from that individual yet. We were told that they could present different presentations without our meetings, but it's not clear what dates they will for a regular meeting or a different town hall. I do have some progress on working with the Great Church of the state. If we do set up a large town hall, it might be a somewhat different event from our typical monthly meetings. Those are all of my points.
All right, thank you very much. But yes, as a matter of fact, Courtney being our interim commander.
Do you know the spelling for the first name at least? Or
I
both?
don't.
Okay.
I will also do is I will make the commitment to reach out to Sergeant Edens.
Okay, thank you.
To see if he can give me any insight on that in the interim while we wait for Lieutenant Courtney to get up to speed.
I also have. You had mentioned that they were a lieutenant in the district, or that they have lived in the area. Oh,
They're lieutenant stationed in the 14th district, so
cool.
It's an internal hire, yes.
Good.
Waiting for our pretty much the only thing that we have left right now was to go over the minutes, which were waiting to be delivered to us. You said that you have minutes from February, so we
Yes.
can go ahead and review that. If you have any edits, please make them known. I take that back, delay my last, as you say. I do have a discussion topic in regards to home safety. This was sent out via email to all of the district officers across the city. And kind of a reminder to my colleagues, or colleague, I should say today, about the Community Police Academy that they hold. It's a 10-week course. Spend about 3 hours every Tuesday evening. And this is not just for the district counselors. It's for anybody interested in seeing how all the cards are laid out on the table and how the puzzle comes together as far as CPE structure and everything like that. I attended it a year and a half ago. A lot of useful information. Give you a star and a badge and say, go get your gun from issue. But it presents quite a bit of insight to how everything comes together and how department workings take place. Strongly recommended. In fact, as my colleague, Area 5, you have to keep in mind that we're a district council. We have, we're a district within an area. So, not really that we have any kind of legal purview over the area chiefs and things like that. So we can make requests, but they can say, yeah, no thanks. They're not compelled to follow our lead, so to speak. So a lot of it's a little bit of glad handing, a little bit of just bond making to where it's like, hey, we everybody safe, we're on the same team as far as public safety goes. We're supposed to be partners in this. So, yeah, that's a little bit more clearly delineated. And said Community Police Academy, like I said. So, strongly recommend anybody. I've got the information here. I can share it on the email list if you're associated with that. But I strongly encourage both friendly or anti-police or anything like that. It just gives a little bit more visibility on the big picture of things and how it all comes together.
And that's not only for councils, but that's for anybody, not even the public.
The street. As a matter of fact, a year and a half ago when I attended, Mr. Adam Burke was in attendance as well as Mr. Ted Plana. We were the three from the 14th district. So yeah, we can get that information to anybody that's interested.
That training concerns de-escalation. The police officers are trained in, but it's valuable to know on the street, if it's possible. Also, on the issue of personal safety, certified concealed carry for 11 years. If anybody has any interest in talking to me about that, just reach out.
Yes, you're right. A lot of valuable information. I know that a lot of people are concerned about some of the mental anguish our police officers go through as well. But there is a wellness program. That's one of the things that they kick it off with is we take care of one another and everybody out there as well at the same time. So. But,
I remembered something else.
okay, go ahead.
So the COPA chief, COPA is the Civilian Office for Police Accountability. They receive all complaints about officers. They do not investigate all complaints. A large portion of complaints are given to the Bureau of Internal Affairs for CPD to investigate themselves. But COPA is the central clearinghouse. The chief of COPA, Andrew Christian, left some of it. One was within the last couple of months. And COPA is doing listening sessions to ask, and they're asking community members in Chicago to let them know what qualities they should prioritize in the search for a new COPA chief. So this is a collaboration, I guess, between COPA and the CCPSA because the CCPSA has a central role in the hiring and firing. They initially scheduled this hearing back on March 27th, and it was canceled because they scheduled it at the same time as the CCPSA hearing, so I was also pretty far north. Anyway, I don't have the exact date and location for the new one. I'll probably have to send it in an email, but that could be happening at the end of this month, possibly on the 28th, and I don't have the location yet. But if you are interested, would like to give feedback on the selection of the new civilian officers for the accountability chief, look out for more information about the Area 5 community feedback session that's happening this month.
Yes,
This is
Mr.
Bob Kopa. In case you're wondering, the former chief administrator, Andrea Kirsten, was forced out because of her anti-police policies.
That being said, I'd like to point out that these listening sessions are more than this is actually a way that you can tell people that have the authority to hire and fire exactly what you want rather than to go into that spot. So they're basically taking every suggestion and they're kind of tailoring that work requirement up for that particular, to fill that particular position. So it's a little bit, I don't know if you would say cavalier, but it's to make certain that everyone's concerns are heard and that they're valued and they're implemented into these hiring processes. So I can't urge strongly enough to participate and share your voice on that. Yes, Ms. Heyman, I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, I'm just a little, so, the chief is not being elected? Is that what you're
It's
saying?
not elected, it's not an elected position.
Who picks?
Hired and fired by the CCPSA, Public Safety and Accountability.
Okay,
With approval from there.
Sure.
Does the federal court weigh in?
That I don't know. I don't know if the federal court has any purview over that. I don't, I want to say no. Primarily because it's the office of police accountability.
and how was she forced out? Who did that?
CCPSA. Forced her out.
And as far as internal politics or things that are public, I'm personally not aware of, but in terms of things that are public, the CCPSA held a special meeting in the summer of 2024, I believe in June, where Commission President Anthony Driver called a vote to recommend that the OIG investigate Kopa over bias. It was not stated at that meeting what the allegations or the bias were. It came out later in the media that members of Kopa were accusing higher-ups of being subject to discrimination on the basis of having anti-police bias. I have no idea whether OIG took these investigations. They don't make anything public unless they put out an official report.
And they haven't done, there's been no.
There's no report from OIG.
Well, most importantly, and not to correct or put words in anyone's mouth, Chief Kirsten resigned. Matter of fact, it was right at the same time where Department of Aviation, their chief resigned, and there was someone else that resigned. It was like three all in the same afternoon from what I remember. Yeah. But no, I mean, so I don't know. She was able to.
CCPSA letter, if I can sum it up in a few words, said get out.
True, and maybe she listened, or maybe she said, well, I was on my way out the door anyway, I can only speculate. But, no, that's for the main takeaway. She wasn't fired, she actually resigned, she was able to take her personal effects off of her desk and not be escorted out by security, as far as I know. But, anyway.
Yeah, Really, very briefly, personally, I do feel that it is important that the civilian office of police accountability be able to look at issues of policing critically, you know, so it's the nature of their job to investigate police officers, but, I do have some concern that they don't be very effective if they're looking just to hire someone with a strong pro-police bias, you know, for example. But it seems that investigative police is what the job is. To me.
Commander, you said this is an interim commander, does that mean someone new will take over after a period of time?
Well, to be more succinct about it, this, basically, it's an interim position, so it hasn't been officially put them down as like the permanent one, so to speak. While they search for a new commander, they could wind up and awarding the 14th district to Lieutenant Courtney. That I don't know. That's something that CPD and headquarters, that they take care of on their end. I'm certain they're gonna equip us with the most competent and confident person they can find that's available for us.
Okay.
I'd like to quickly use that.
Quick 5-minute reset. All right, call back to order. All right, so help us out to show up and provide us with more minutes to approve. We do have the February minute in front of us, so this is going to be the boring part of things. If we should happen to adjourn, we may be sticking around and calling a special meeting while we wait on the arrival. Don't want to take anybody's time up on a Saturday, especially when the weather's starting to get nice. February meeting minutes, that's
in general, it's written, and I think that statements made by people should just be listed as things that they said at that time.
okay. So what is your recommendation? To take them to and let me know if
There seems to be like a
rather than narrative.
yes, so that's the summary of my edits, and I have a number of them here, and I don't think that the paper is conducive enough to making all the exact edits. I think that I need to make them.
I mean, I'm willing to approve those as long as I know what those edits are. So.
Better to do once the electronic version is made available, and I can. Since they're like. Well, okay. So, you know, through public comments, there's a lot of description. Well, okay. Number one, this person was not present. So I'm not sure if that listed with written
We want to delineate that that person wasn't actually physically
Sure.
here to make said comment.
Yes, that's good. You know, in number 4, right, I mean, I think that this is describing a narrative, rather than clearly, you know, just saying that these were this person's comments.
Okay.
5, I don't think that the cited, I'm not, so when there are words like the cited examples, I'm not sure if there actually were examples cited or if that was more of a statement.
Just more summation, you know, that's from.
Should be gave. a lot of different words that would be good in something like fiction, but I think that we should pretty much just say, this person said this. I don't think there should be all these different terms. Like named and cited and other descriptive terms. I think we should just say said.
And
8, 12, 9, 5, 4.
I also, it seems like we have a.
Atypical format as well for these minutes, where there's multiple speaking sections, which isn't, I don't know, in the past
It's been straightforward.
tried to follow the agenda. I think it should follow the agenda or be verbatim, but there's an odd narrative here. For approval, I think that's fine. I had asked to hold my. This is the discussion topic around police accountability. What's attributed as my update. You see it's listed before the discussions, but this was actually the accountability discussion.
Okay, so then.
And then this was supposed to be my update, and because and it was held until this point in the meeting. Here, there's kind of just a description of the points that I made, so I would want to add those.
Recorded copy, an audio recording, or I do have video recordings in an archive if you need those.
I don't have access to get that from our staff.
Okay.
Is that right?
So, matter of fact, kind of bringing up something, and I'd like to propose it for a vote at the next meeting.
Previously from Councilor Vargas about
Right,
that?
right, and that's, I think we're starting to see the effects of that particular item.
Sure.
But let's, first things first, so.
I'm not sure if it makes sense, I guess, to vote on those edits because it is a little amorphous still.
Right, but we still, by law, we have to have these approved no later than today. Exact law, we have to have the February meeting minutes, and because they had, within 10 days are supposed to be published.
In terms of offering excuses, we've had multiple staff turnovers currently, and our staff members who assist us greatly. It's not her only or even primary role to be assisting us with administrative tasks. She's the project manager that does a lot for district councils across the city and the CPDSA. She is currently also filling in to help someone else who's filling in for a position that is now vacant. The deputy director for district council staff resigned and has not been replaced yet because this is a new thing. So our staff members who usually help us is stretch, especially during currently. So I apologize for being in violation of
If we need to adjourn and have a special meeting, we can hang out, I can hang out and wait for her as well. I don't know what your availability is.
What are you talking about?
Well.
Okay, we're supposed to approve minutes within 2 months of the meeting date, and we're having this. We're kind of technically these minutes should be up, and they're not up yet.
So, the way the open meetings act, law says is that for the second subsequent month, we're supposed to have meeting minutes approved. And once they're approved, within 10 days, they're supposed to be published for public consumption. But,
I mean, I'm happy to. I do think that we're pretty done with our business.
That being said, I'd like to make a proposal that we strike our most recent amendment to our bylaws saying that a staff member has to keep and maintain the minutes. I think that we're starting to see the bottleneck now. So we can't vote on it today because I just wanted to propose it for discussion, and maybe we could talk about it more next meeting and come to some kind of a vote on that. So,
Sure, we can't vote,
you have to put all the things on the agenda. So that being said, I'd like for that to be in consideration.
okay, so details or elements for what you're, or you said just to, so just to go back to how.
Or, ask if we have any volunteers. Version of the bylaws, where it wasn't laid upon
A requirement.
a requirement for the staff, right? And part of my argument there is that, as you mentioned, our staff is running very, very thin. We lost our assistant deputy director, we lost a project manager recently, so Anna's covering for that as well. And are without a community outreach coordinator. In fact, and of course today, our project manager that helps us out is running into transportation issues. I think it's more in limp mode than moving forward. So points to consider. We can discuss it even further next meeting. Sure. But I would like to consider that to be a possible vote.
Yeah. I acknowledge, there seems to be a bit of a bottleneck issue with the staffing stretch thin. I think the most important things for me in terms of minutes are that, that they're in a consistent, neutral style and report as close to quotations as possible for the relevant sections. And I think. Yeah, it is a tricky question of who it falls to, and one I guess that we haven't fully solved yet.
Right.
I think we also under this district as well.
Right. Well, and that notwithstanding.
Can you do some kind of provisional amendment or suspension of the particular policy that you're talking about?
Well, we can't vote on the agenda, so we can't make that decision today. Government works, and nothing in government works better. Ms. Amy, do you have a question?
Yeah, is there any way we can get copies of the proposed minutes?
In advance, like before the meeting? I mean, you all sit there and discuss stuff back and forth.
I never could get a copy, I can't find a place to get a copy of the proposed
Minutes. Is
Sure,
that
yeah.
prohibited?
minutes. Is it by law or I can't really see what it is you all are talking about.
I also, I also do not propose, or I didn't receive these proposed minutes until I sat down at the next meeting where we were looking to approve those minutes. And if I were to, take the transcribe minutes from the recording, I could send those to the other counselors and staff, and I could share the video with anyone. But yeah, in order for us to be able to share those minutes, we just have to do documents on top of, having it connected the whole time or something, and then figure out how we want to distribute it. But, what we were getting at is that we currently don't have staff that are able to transcribe and send out electronic proposed minutes well in advance of the meeting where we're supposed to look at that. So that's something that we would also like, or it could fall on us to do it ourselves.
How long after the meeting is the video?
This is live.
So it only takes up to maybe 90 minutes if we have to render or something like that. It's live right now, and it'll be available as soon as 5 minutes.
I maintain an archive of all of our previous meetings. On my own YouTube channel. Not gonna plug it here because I'm not trying to advertise,
Is that
however.
Christopher.com?
OnlyFans pages.
And the thing is, you get a little bit more visibility of, prior to this amendment, as you are probably aware, I was maintaining minutes. I was transcribing them and putting them up, and I was sharing them in advance with my colleagues for review. That way, we wouldn't have to sit there and go through this process of reading through them in front of everybody, because I'm certain this is riveting for all of you, right? But no, and if we went to that, and I'm not, because the last thing I want to do is put you in more burden on our staff members, or the few that we have. If we were to revert back to the way we were doing, we rotate, we could appoint a volunteer and make certain that we have them a week ahead of time before our follow-on meeting, to where we could look at them and we could share them with people as well.
Let me get real weird and meta for a second. Do we have a documentary? I was just typecasting you with the laptop.
Do you know how, when you take minutes
These meetings, do you know how soon those are?
We have to submit them like a day after, and then they send it in like a newsletter.
Application called Otter.
Well, it's AI.
I mean, it gives you a basic transcription, which you then proofread. Right, I've used transcription software in the past.
It's helpful to a degree. I'd say 80% helpful. Cure all. Where they can sit there and lay in. I don't like to rely.
You know, don't bet your life on AI.
Right. Well, there's that. Plus, because of the inaccuracy part, what help us talk about, they call it somebody's gaze and his gaze. So AI usually has a problem distinguishing between those vocal characteristics, I should say.
Proofread it, though.
Right. Of course, it's available to be proofread and everything like that, but by that time you may as well.
Today, I would motion. Who needs to speak with us?
All right, hearing no objections, we will make ourselves available after this. The time now is 2:02 in the afternoon, and we call it to order.
At the next meeting will be,
Yes,
what's wrong?
that's what it says on our schedule.
Oh, the.
Right.
Did we?
I was hoping that Anna would be able to shed some light.
I'm just gonna. Is that the version that you're using?
Yes.
Okay, well.
We'll be in touch.
May 3rd, 1 p.m., Saturday, May 3rd, 1 p.m., and we will let you know about the location. I guess we'll be looking at College of Olson Park or something. In Park.
I'm sure that's a good date, it's hopefully gonna be a weekend.
Weekend, right?
It's usually first Saturday of the
May
month.
1st.
That's true. I guess we would, maybe, I mean, what would you suggest if we deviate from on Saturday, but that is also, a weekday, yeah, I mean, I'm not sure. We're probably gonna stick to the Saturday, even though some people might have other plans.
Alright, so that being said,
Thanks for sticking it out, folks.